Hey, welcome artists and art fans. Thank you guys for tuning into the only spot where we talk to all your favorite Instagram artists and get to know about their trade, the tools they use, and here's some tips. I'm your host, Zim Zimmer, and you guys are on Chatting with Zim. This is episode number 47. Today we got an awesome guest. I spoke to him. If you guys haven't heard it yet, go to my Instagram TV and listen to his Fast Blast. That's pretty much this in a more faster niche. But my boy Charskeoner definitely is on there, and we welcome him back again. So, artist from Florida with this New York graffiti style. Let's see what he has to say. Charskeoner, what's popping, bro?
Not much, man. Just chilling.
Dope,
It's
dope.
raining like a it's raining like a bitch here.
Oh yeah, damn,
Yeah,
that's
all day, bro. All day.
damn. The other day it was raining too. Has it been nonstop?
No, it's stopped here and there, but when it initially starts to rain, it fucking pours like crazy, bro. So can't
Damn.
really like do anything.
Well, I was there last week, so you know what I mean. It was a
True
fun
that.
time. Yeah, for all you guys that don't know, last week we were supposed to have Charskeoner on, but my house started fucking flooding, so we had to cancel with him and reschedule. And also with our second guest last week, Concept.lt, he'll be on next Sunday. So look forward to that, people.
All right, there we
There you go. We can see you.
go. But yeah, bro. Fucking just been laying around the room, bedroom, watching Netflix and shit all day. So. I haven't really been doing a whole lot. I haven't even really sketched at all today, to be honest. Hmm.
Man,
But
can't walk around with a little notepad and shit.
well, I mean, I have one. I have to get another one. It's one I use for business for the music label and for clothing and all that
Yeah,
labeling ideas and all that. So I'll have to get
cool.
another one at some point.
Cool, brother. So, Charskeoner, man. For all you guys, like I said, make sure Instagram, go to Fast Blast and check out Charskeoner. I think you were on with Bruce 13. I think he was on prior to you.
Yeah, it
So,
was, and I remember you like, thinking my house is flooding. I gotta go, guys, and you took off your earbuds, and then the whole thing just went down, and yeah, I was like, oh shit. Was worried there for a minute, bro. For real.
yeah, no, it was great. It was a lot of picking up, a lot of that, just that sewer water, man, really. After that came, that was like an hour. Afterwards came the cleaning. So yeah, it was a hell of a night, man.
Damn. And I've had a few toilets do that to me. One was on the interstate, and I was traveling, and as soon as I flushed the toilet and I walked out, I could hear it. I was like,
Oh shit.
oh my God. Like, if I had flushed it right after I'd got done taking a piss, it would have gotten all over me. It basically, like,
Um,
flooded the stall. Like, on the floor of the stall was all completely flooded by the time I got to the
oh
door.
man, that fucking sucks, dude.
Oh yeah, well, we got in the vehicle and left, so I mean, it's just suck. The next person needs to go in there, yeah, but no, I didn't get any on me.
Oh
I just
shit.
flushed it, and I was like, okay, then I hear the water just starting to hit the ground. So where's it? I was like, oh shit, and I just ran.
Like fuck, I'm out of here.
Yeah, fuck this shit, I'm out.
For real,
What's
right?
up, the Hollow Points? What's good, homie? Um, but
Cool,
yeah, that
man.
was a fun.
So let's recap for people, bro. Let us know. Well, how first off, how long you've been drawing? I
Oh
don't know.
God, um, my entire life, bro. Basically, since I could hold a crayon. I've been drawing, and then I just started like really getting into it after seeing a lot of the great artists, and wanting to be like seeing this abstract kind of tattooing styles and seeing those things and wanting to draw that, and that's just started drawing like houses and stuff, and um, once I got, like I said, how I got into graffiti in the first place, I started sketching. So I was seeing it on sites like 12-ounce profit and a lot of those, the sketches a lot of these guys would do.
Give
And
or
I
take, how
tried,
old were you? Well, how old were you around this time?
oh, uh, 14, 15.
Okay, that's cool.
And when I started doing graffiti, and, you know, I look at it now like how my sketches were before and the way they are now. Like, I'm starting to hold the pens differently, using different little techniques I never used before. I learned from my homies and like Kever ones, watching him sketch and everything, and I learned a few tricks, and now my stuff's looking really good. You know, like where I want it to actually be at, instead of where I was like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
So,
word. Cool. Tell us a little bit about your background with Charskeoner. Let's begin with the name, dude. What's up with that? Tell us the origins of that name.
okay, I was gonna pick it because well, I was gonna pick Kema, which is Kema, which is to burn, right? But there was somebody that was writing that first, and they started writing chemo, Kemo. It's like a shortening for chemo. And so I was like, all right. And I looked at the definition, and it said to char. I was like, and that also means like to burn something. So I was like, all right, I'll take that. Then, coming up with a lot of the New York style, and the way that they would do like they add the SKE or SKI or whatever to the end of their name, Neon Haze, what up? Um, I just used that and put the SKE
Oh,
or the
that's dope.
SKI as an homage to New York graffiti, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Damn,
uh,
that's pretty cool, man.
yeah, and it's a challenge because I hate doing H's, but you know, that's why I picked it. So there's a bit of a challenge in it, means to burn something or burn someone or whatever. So I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna pick that. If I don't get up doing pieces, I can still burn you in the book.
Yeah.
And I got the knowledge like an encyclopedia, bro, of who is writing what crews they're repping, all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Damn.
enveloping graffiti as a whole. You know,
And you ever think about writing a book, man?
um, maybe eventually, maybe once I actually retire, from graffiti, like doing it, and everything. Maybe, yeah, at some point in the future. But right now, like I'm 35, even though my hair, as you can see, is fucking like old man gray, getting starting up here and shit. Um, I still got a lot of years left in me, and I'm gonna keep going until I can't hold the pencil right anymore, and then um, let's try typing or hire somebody to type all the shit up
Yeah,
for
word.
me.
So you were telling us more about your graffiti background, man. Tell us more about that. Well, who inspired you? You were telling us, and who got you going
Uh,
in that?
yeah, like some of like the inspirations of mine, like I said before, like Chain Three, um, Sess, Med, those serve those kind of guys, and um, basically I got into it like through my brother's friends. They were like really up around where I'm living now and downtown West Palm Beach.
Okay.
Then Lake Worth and all those areas, they were tearing shit up. And he got me that let me meet them, and they're like some of the most honest and loyal people you ever meet. Just
Yeah.
treated me like a little brother, and it was pretty much the second time or third time I hung out with them, they put me in their crew, and I was like 14 at that point, and excuse me, and they they showed me like all the bombing, all this like, here, go to this website, go to this website, and I found ones that were like based in Broward and Palm Beach County, other graffiti there, and I started meeting writers through knowing who I knew at the time. And then when two dudes I got to meet, Murs and my boy Dexter, they turned me on to this guy, Kever, that they knew. And he was the one that really got me into, like, sketching better, really taking your time with it, using all the different techniques. And, um, I've done my share of getting up and bombing and tagging and doing all that shit when I was younger. Like, climbed off the top of buildings. Actually, you had to climb over a razor wire fence
Oh
first,
shit.
and then climb up the side of this building with razor wire like all around and shit. So we got up there, me and this kid, was writing Void at the time. He and I went up there and we started doing our shit. Somebody was standing there watching us.
Oh shit.
So we
Nice.
had to wait for that dude to run, or that dude to dip, and we got back over. I think we used like a beach towel or some shit, and got down and got in the car and the whip and left. And we drove by 95, I think it was, and take a look at it. Couldn't really see it, so it was dark. Whatever, it got painted over like the next day.
Oh, dude. Fuck, that sucks.
What's up up soon? Um, the funniest one though, I'm with this other cat, and we're walking the tracks, and there was this cat named Why Not that died on his 21st birthday. He was like
Oh
one of the
man.
most upriders of Broward County, period, right? Young cat. And he did his last piece back in this area. So me and him went back through there, getting pictures of all these like extremely well-known, legendary writers. And the train starts going through. What we have is what's called Rail Transit Authority, the rail cops basically, and they
Yeah.
work with Department of Homeland Security. So if they catch you on there, you having Homeland interrogate you and shit.
Oh
So
shit.
we had, and one of the guys, or two of the guys were on the train that was coming through, and we had to jump in these bushes. He jumps in one bush and tells me not to jump like too close to the wall. I get down a bit and I jump in this bush, fucking thorn bush.
Oh
Jumped
man.
in a fucking thorn bush. Like my shirt was all like ripped up. I had cuts all over my back and shit.
Oh
I was
dude.
all over my arms, around my neck and shit. Like fucked up, dude. But it was
Fuck it.
so fuck you, dude. We went down, found the spot, got the pictures. I think somewhere, or I think he might have one of the pictures of his last piece, and there's like 40 or so like the most legendary artists on this walls. And we got down there. It was like somewhere south of me. Not sure where, but yeah, we got down there and took all these pictures, and it's like huge fucking span. It was sick, but I never wore that shirt again.
No, fuck that. I wouldn't either. But hey, man, at the end of the day, it's a small sacrifice to pay, dude. I'd rather take
uh,
thorns than be questioned by fucking, you know?
yeah, by a bunch of federal officers.
Yeah, yeah, damn right. Fucking Big Brother or
Federal,
whatever.
yeah. So yeah, I think I still got at least a few marks from where where they got me pretty good, but whatever. I'll do it again. Sub cover.
And yeah, we're definitely, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for definitely tuning in. Let's see, give us some shout outs. The Hollow Points, Kevin One, Neon, Thalo Halo, Young Selic. Who else we seen in here? Della News, Neptune, and Rexide,
There's
Rexile Draws. Yeah. Art by Grandale. Thank you guys for joining. That's dope, dude. What about any bad experiences, dude? Any of your
um I I had to run from the cops a couple times with some friends. Almost got roped downtown West Palm Beach. Tagging. I haven't actually like been caught for doing it, but I've definitely had times where like um the crackhead was gonna run up on us. Um, you know, I mean like there's people like in the graph game in West Palm that I don't talk to anymore. Let's put it that way. I
Yeah.
can say the reasons why, but we got problems, and it is what it is. So I mean, uh, just the Excel homies, just MSG.
And just for the viewers, man, full time or part time artist right now.
Pretty much full time, man. I try to sketch out as much as I can and create something, A lot of it's, driven towards the label right now, coming up designs for that for clothing and everything, running it by my guy, my partner,
Tell us
and
more about
doing
that,
that.
dude.
Um,
Plug,
well, we
plug.
yeah, we got a clothing line coming out. Like I have a few of the shirts. I think I've showed them before.
Yeah.
It said the wolf pack and everything on it. We're gonna be selling that once everything gets set up. There will be prices for the shirts. We're gonna be selling masks. We're gonna be selling quite a few things. And one of our other singers, Zio sings. She has her own line called ZFit. So if you're ever on Facebook, look up ZFit and Zio sings, and hit them up in Nikki Greed and Wolfpack, Huff and Puff Records.
Yeah,
So
is these like your business partners and shit?
yeah,
Okay,
Nikki Greed started the whole thing,
cool.
but I've known him the longest. And we've always, never did each other wrong, you know what I'm saying? So he started it, made me his partner, and Zio was the other partner in it. So it's the three of us, but there's only like maybe 10 people that can sit at the table with us. They're actually like part of the Wolfpack legends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
everybody in the room is saying, let's see some of that work, man. You got anything close by you can show off?
hold on. Let me see. Look through one of my books real quick.
And what's that? So this is pretty interesting, man, because art breaks down, and a lot of people go into like a lot of different avenues, man. So what's something that you've learned when it comes to doing shirts or just clothing in general, man?
Um, make sure you have a right count, you know,
Yeah,
for different sizes. Um, and make sure that your designs are clean as shit. Um, and that everything's well set up, and make sure you're getting really good fabric. By the way,
word.
nothing cheap that's gonna pull off in like a day or two. That's important. And finding the right person to make the shirts a reality. Because a lot of people can talk that they're good, it doesn't mean that they are. And we have somebody, fortunately, that does an amazing job, and he's been able to crank them out. So I'm really happy with that. And the shirts look great, so we're gonna keep using him. And yeah, if you want to like design clothing or design shirts and everything, you know, uh, practice, 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 basically. Till everything looks the way it needs to be. And if you're gonna use color, make sure it comes out thick. Because if you do one layer, of the color, it's not gonna work. A lot of times you want to make sure that the ink is thick. Because then once it's printed out, you'll be able to see some of the layers through it. Like if you use cheap markers or something like that, or if you're not using like digital, you want to
Yeah,
make sure the ink's real thick so that when it's brought into digital and printed up, and you take it to the guy, you're not seeing the streaks in the color,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the ink. It's gonna look nice. And so um, there's one I did. Hold on. Excel, CBMK. It's some CBMK. Excel is part of the family. So just doing this is a little bit of a shout out, you know. Um, Sazum, Kyver, uh, both in each other's crews. So, just a little bit of a shout out there. Uh, I think I showed you this one before.
Oh shit.
Uh, That's, wanting to get in the letters as clean as possible. I was like,
That's
I'll
clean.
do it in black and just Sharpie on that one. That's just pure Sharpie. Um, let's see. I can show some of these in my book. I got right now. This one.
So just for the viewers, do you ever sell your work, bro?
Um,
Or
well,
take
right now,
commissions?
but not right now because I'm working with the label.
Mm,
Um, but give it some time and I will be for
okay.
sure. But I'm just focused on the music, and design and all that, running everything. So uh, it's not gonna be a thing for a bit. When I drew this though, um, the quarantine had just started going into effect, and I was really drunk. I'm surprised it came out as good as it did, because I was hammered when I did this. That was good times. Uh, do a lot of these cutouts. This this one I did uh, says "Be smart, stay home, people." So let's see if I have some other ones I can show you. A little disorganized right now. Oh,
How do you challenge yourself, man, when it comes to stuff like this with graffiti and stuff?
like how you mean?
Um, yeah, like as an artist, as like for me doing fan art and stuff like that, I always, as far as my skills, I challenge myself. Sometimes I try to do stuff that I'm not used to. You know what I mean? Different styles and stuff. But when it comes
Oh
to
yeah.
graffiti,
Um, I just I don't know. I don't really think about it when I'm sketching. I don't really think about how the letters are going to come out and everything because I always overthink think things to an extent where uh, what's it called? The point where I start messing up and start making mistakes. So when I sketch, I don't like if I want to try something like 3D or something, I just start like thinking about how I'm gonna do the angles of everything, and once I get that figured out, then I try to think of like how the shading is gonna affect this, and you know, um, I don't know, like I just start, just sketching, um, something out, letters out, just freehand, and then I'll start fixing things and just tightening things up and it comes out a certain way. I like it. Like I don't really have a style, set way of doing things. I always just kind of freestyle everything I do. I never like set like I want it to look like this. I just draw it out and if it looks like the way I like it, then I start adding, the ink and everything to it. But I don't know. I don't really like I challenge myself, but at the same time I don't because it kind of like affects me the opposite way of like how you would think. I start to overthink things and I get stressed out or get angry or something, or I don't want to do it anymore. So I just draw. I mean, if
yeah,
it doesn't come out good, if it doesn't come out the way I want it, then I'll start going at it and attacking it until shaping until it does come out the way I want. If I can't get it, then I'll put it aside and then um, I'll just take the sketch like a few days later and try it again. And a lot of times it'll come out the way I want it to. So.
cool, cool. What about now? No matter what type of artist you are, dude, we all know that, and we all go through that artist block either sooner or later. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So how do you as an artist, how do you try to overcome that, dude? What helps you?
Um, uh, that's why it's like when I started drawing characters, that kind of like refocused things and started thinking differently, not doing letters for a while. And then until I got sick of drawing characters, and now it's just start slowly trying to do little things. And once I can feel that motion again in my hands, then I'll start doing letters and everything again. So I basically like will switch to drawing other things or just scribbling other things or um, even writing, you know, thoughts down sometimes and or listening to certain songs, and it'll kind of reignite, my wanting to sketch and everything. So
Yeah, word. Well, I dig the pieces that the ones you show me with your characters, dude. So those look fire always, dude.
yeah, man. I've always been able to draw, and I used to take the playing cards like you play poker with, whatever, and I would
Yeah,
draw the queen, the character in the middle, the queen, Joker, and everything. So I learned how to draw them, just by practicing. And I'm pretty much self-taught too. So I would start drawing the characters in the funny pages, the newspaper, and everything, and then start adding them within around letters that I previously did, and I just add the character somewhere where he'd fit, he or she or it would fit, and make it like do some of the outline colors around it so it looks like it's part of the whole thing, and do it like that.
sweet, sweet. Now I don't know how much of the show you've ever watched, but there's usually a segment where we talk about artist tools, man. By any chance, would you have any handy or around you?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a few.
So this
Oh,
segment is called Josh's Tools. Shout out to my boy Josh Queen, CRL. Make sure you guys go follow him.
all right.
He,
Let's see here.
and let us know. Let us know as far as like sketchbooks, what type of papers you prefer. When it comes to artists, I mean, there's a bunch of materials, and what's your go-to stuff, man?
All right. Well, this is my sketchbook. I can't even remember what it is anymore because I've Artist Loft. It's actually an Artist Loft sketchbook. I like using these. They don't cost a lot, and the paper is decent. So, I like using it. Like my stuff comes out pretty good on it. So, yeah, colors are nice. So, I like it. I use like I'm sketching like when I did your sketch. This one. This is just
Word.
regular copy paper. I can just buy like 300 sheets for not a whole lot. So,
That
um,
shit's fire, man. Clean, dude.
thank you. But as far as like basic Sharpies, mostly for the outlines and the letters and everything. Um, Evolve E7 from 004 Kinet, actual spray paint. Same paint they use in their cans is in this. It's not like one of those Sharpie metallic. These are the real thing. Uh, you know, Got to have let's see if I can get it. Cali art markers, twin tips. Um, Suckers are really nice.
Let
Um,
us actually let us know more about those, man. I was just talking about it with Neon the other day. You know, I mean, give us let
uh,
these
Right. They got like a fine point, small fine point, and they got a really fat broad like chisel tip on the other side. Really good color, what's it called? It's, dye or whatever they use is really
alcohol
good.
marker. Yeah. How are the
And they,
colors like? Do they saturate pretty well?
yeah, if you have the right kind of paper, yeah, they will really well. Like they have chartreuse green, mint green, got a dark green and dim green. this is just green. They have tons of different shades of it. And, this is one of the things I started using. It dries really quickly and it's nice and thin, good lines, is the Sharpie pen,
A word.
black Sharpie pen. Fucking love this thing. I have three of them. I started outlining the sketches and everything with these and doing the characters with these, and it comes out really nicely. I can work it really well. So, there's a basic um,
Are you a mechanical
tools.
pencil or a wooden pencil type of dude?
Mechanical because
Word.
the tip of it is so fine, and I can really just, I can really get nice lines in the initial outline. This is what I use to sketch a lot of my letters. And once I get it to the way I like it, then I start using, this and then maybe Sharpie later once I start adding the colors and everything. So, eventually I want to get some of those, what are they, Chart Pack 80s, ones that Cover uses. Use those, like you can draw something and then just as quickly grab another one and then layer over it, and it actually layers over it with a different color. And then you can get a lighter color and layer in later, everything. So it's pretty dope, but they're expensive. So when I get the money, I'll definitely start getting some of those. But yeah, pretty much.
What about cans, dude? You got anything on deck?
Um, I don't have any cans right now, but I do have one that I got from a Caver during a live feed.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
he was doing this can right here, and it says, creatures beyond measures, just CBMK. He was doing this, and then, as I was talking to him, and then he did the chars right up top there. This is, he does these cans, and he'll spray paint them all different colors, and he'll do cover, and if he's giving somebody, usually he'll throw the name on there too. But and once I can get some cans, I'm getting some Cobras. I love those.
Yeah, the hell yeah, that's just stick though. What about
Mhm.
I mean, since you don't have them, what do you? What's your go-to, man?
Cobra. I really like it. I can get good lines on it and everything. It's really easy to use and it's thick paint. It's not watery like some of the spray cans are these days. You know, I've used a few of them and like it was like dripping like crazy, and I barely even pressed, even started to throw it, and it was dripping like crazy. I was like, "You're fucking kidding me." So yeah, no, Cobra's my go-to.
Dope. What's your? I don't really. I don't really know what else to say as far as tools, man. Anything else that you might use, man?
Not at the current moment, no. Um, but if I come up with anything else, I'll let you know.
No word.
Uh, Just getting money right now is really tough. So,
What about let's know more about you, man. Your personal stuff. You there?
uh, hmm, what's up?
Okay. Oh no, it's I kind of lost you there. That's why.
Uh, uh, um, you know,
I said, yeah, let's know more about you, man. If I were to turn on your radio, what am I gonna hear?
most likely like um, Eminem, maybe even God, can't even think right now. Probably also Nas, Biggie, Tupac, anything like real lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Max B, um, all those, all the like older school rappers, to anything like Slipknot, or maybe even like, so I don't know, around the holidays, maybe David Hicken,
There
um,
you go.
that kind of thing. Like I listen to like anything from um, symphonies and everything, to like real gutter, like hardcore rap, to like
Oh,
metal,
so
to
you're pretty
even,
much open to anything and everything, bro.
yeah,
What
yeah.
about dislike? Any type of music you dislike?
A lot of that mumble rap, uh,
Amen.
a lot of that like really radio driven, like teeny bopper stuff,
Yeah.
soft jazz, like original, real old school jazz, country. Uh, I don't really big on religious music. Um, Pretty much that. I listen to like I even listen to like reggaeton. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I'm right there with you, man. But for me, it would be country. I can't stand country music. I don't know, man.
all of it's like they all sound like they just use the same lyrics over and over, just like mumble rap. Like they all talk about the same damn thing if you understand what they're saying. And it's like you see it. You said like like 20 bars or like 5 bars the whole song, and like everybody's bumping it, and and it's like
Yeah.
give me some old school rap. You know what I'm saying? Like 90s to 2000s, and even before that, rap, because that was actual lyricism, and I think that these new cats need to, pay the respects to those that came before them, just like Graph. If you're going to go out there and bomb or go hit up shit, and if you're going to go over somebody, know who you're going over, basically, because or what you're going over, because if somebody just died and you go over a rest in peace mural, you're gonna get your ass kicked,
Yeah.
down here, or worse. You may have a gun shoved down your throat. Um,
Fuck.
so yeah, if you're in Miami, some of those dudes, you know, they don't play down here, man. Uh, but yeah,
I'm from Chicago, capital,
yeah,
murder capital of the United States, man. I'm not. I ain't worried. I said it.
one of my homeboys is from the home of the Latin Kings.
Oh shit.
He was an ex-king himself.
Damn.
So yeah, I blame me. I know.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
man.
from
It's.
Humboldt.
Oh fuck yeah. Hey, that's pretty
So
close by. Not too far.
yeah, you still got family over there and shit. Coolest dude I've ever met. Goddamn, bro. If he starts getting quiet around you,
Watch out. Fuck.
yeah, he'll
Favorite color?
favorite color, red.
Fuck. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Just everything it stands for.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
it makes people crazy. It makes people violent or angry and everything. Like I was such a just like
Chirac.
shit-headed little kid, just
Mm-hmm.
when I first started getting like learning about graffiti, I just wanted to go and fucking draw all over my neighborhood and piss everybody off. And they wouldn't know it was me, and it's like fuck the world and everything. So, and I fucking love Ferraris. I've always loved Ferraris since like I first saw one.
Oh
So they
shit.
were always red. All the ones I
Yeah.
always saw were always usually red. So red
Favorite
became my
Ferrari?
color. Favorite Ferrari, shit. Probably the F40.
Oh shit.
The first car, it goes, not, and people say, oh, it goes 200. No, it goes 201. So they made it go 201 miles an hour. So it went 1 mile an hour over the previous world record.
Yeah.
So they made it 201 miles an hour.
Hey.
First car to break the 200 barrier.
If it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, man. Winning's winning.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Ford
Maybe
thought
even
they had.
for real, dude. That's what's up.
Ford. Yeah.
Shit, dude. Now, here's a question, man. Being a graffiti artist and being there since pretty much almost the conception of it. How how have you seen it evolved? What do you see? How do you see these new graffiti artists versus all the old school ones? Give us your feedback, man. Your insight on that.
Oh man, a lot of the older heads you can just see the work in their letters, the years and the techniques in their letters that they do. You know what I'm saying? And everything's always on point. It's clean. You can see the flows of everything looks so smooth and all that. But a lot of these newer heads, these younger cats, like they just don't know what the hell they're doing. They um like all their stuff just that, or they just start beef with everybody and um try to make it fame that way just by dissing a whole bunch of people. And then what they don't understand is, like, especially in Palm Beach County, all the major crews know each other or were affiliated with them in some way. So we all treat each other like a family. And if you want to make it, you gotta do the shit right. And it seems like the same way with mumble rap. A lot of these newer taggers and everything, like, only pay attention to, like, the new school cats, the new school guys are doing.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
they're not paying attention to the dudes who got it started in the first place, and learn from them, because then, and I said this before, you need to learn to crawl before you can walk, or walk before you run, you know, and, uh,
run before you crawl. There you go, guys. Now,
yeah.
what about in a positive in a positive form of evolution? What's some of the positive shit that you've seen from these new graph artists? You
Um,
know?
they're hitting up everywhere, or they're coming up with, like, inventive ways to do it, you know. And yeah, some of the stuff they're doing, like, they're venturing, like, doing legal work as well, or making it seem like it's a legal mural or something. It's not, and it's something that's, like, worth really looking at, and it can, inspire other people to get into it. And, a few of the people I know, like, when they were just starting out, they wanted to learn. They wanted to meet the people who were killing it, and learn from them, and he still does. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things, like, I love about some of the younger writers, is they're willing to learn and willing to listen and take criticism and everything, and they flourish. Their stuff's looking amazing now. So um, there's hope,
Yeah.
if you have
Yeah,
the
and
right teacher.
no word. And also, hitting the chronic shout out, man. He says internet killed real graph.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
And you know what? There's people, like, on Instagram that I've seen that they're more inclined to doing putting their work in a museum, but they go and do these, like, little spiral designs somewhere or all around town. They think they're all city or something. Um,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate that shit too.
or they only paint their backyard, like, or a little spot 50 million times and send in the pictures. Yeah, like, we can't, we don't think we're gonna figure that out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Or they don't try to evolve their hand styles or their throwaways or anything. They might have a bomb ass piece, but their hand styles are like a 5-year-old. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so
Now,
uh,
now I mean for everybody who's just viewing, we're talking with Charskeoner, um Graph Cap from the East Coast. Just to let you guys know, make sure you guys go follow. Dude, we got about 15 minutes left on the show, dude. At this time, if you guys want to go ahead and ask some questions, I know there's a question box down below. Ask there, and we'll definitely read those on the air. Uh, you know, is there anything else you want to talk about, dude, that maybe I haven't gotten to
let's see
before?
if anybody's got any questions. I mean,
No word.
um, uh, anybody got anything?
No, that's
That's
cool.
it.
I mean, well, we'll get there when we get there, man.
Mm.
And go ahead.
I will say this though. Uh, one of the things is some of the people doing like the political stuff in their graph, or like making certain people look like um, animals, or looking like they're,
Mm.
you know, and just putting that shit up ever. I fucking love that, man. That shit's hilarious. It always
Uh,
cracks me up. Like there was one writer, he used to write semen, C-M-E-N. And when someone asked him about it, he says he likes to just make people crack up, you know. So I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that, like funny shit like that in graph. Every now and then, it just makes me keep loving it, because people are coming up with these clever ass, like hilarious little characters and all that kind of stuff, with little sayings, so like Mad, uh, aka Madism, WH. Crew, he's like one of the best to do it. He always comes up with these phrases at the end of his pieces, and they're always like really funny, or like some real G shit, or like I can't even think of one that he would say, but that shit, like humor, basically in the graph
Yeah.
world. When I see like a sketch done something, or like a people on the internet do, or like on YouTube doing something quick, skit or something, some of those things, like or graffiti writers be like, that has Mary's one and a bunch of people at 5 points, like, man, stickers ain't graffiti. They, it's all like what writers would say, it's all a joke, like,
Yeah, yeah.
man, don't like, what do you say, like, always ain't graffiti, man. Drips, and it's like, can I get your black? Can I get a black can? Hey man, give me a black, and it's like the guy who does his character and then dips. It's like, all right, I got the characters done. You got the rest of this wall, right? And then dips. Like, anything that's funny with the graph world, because, there's a lot of beef. There's a lot of people who've died, a lot of really well-known people in Florida. And,
Word. Yeah.
so,
Let's see. Some of the questions are coming in. Let's see. Hidden the Chronic says, "How long you been writing?" You said since 14, right? This was
yeah.
at the yeah. It was at the beginning of the show, mother. Hate to do it to you, but that's part of show business. Go back and watch. Uh, let's see. Nep says, "When are I'm guessing when are you painting, man?" I guess that's what he tried to mean to say.
When I can get some money up,
There you
yeah.
go. Fuck yeah. Now
Uh,
Neon brought a very good point. Is and this is something I get asked to, because I dabbled in it when I was younger, and eventually I kind of left it, but here and there I still do it on paper, but nothing crazy, man. And this was like over 15. Let's see, shit, yeah, about 15, over 15 years ago. But Neon says, "Is graph writing hard to start learning?"
um, it just takes a lot of time, a lot of focus, a lot of attention, you know. Basically, like, it takes patience, basically, and yeah, it can be frustrating. It was super frustrating for me for years and years and years, but I stuck to it, and like I taught myself how to whistle. I taught myself how to do graffiti, basically, and how to like use different techniques and colors and shading and all that. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, learn to play baseball, learn to play hockey. Um, I never played league or rec, but I knew how to play hockey. Um,
Cool.
so yeah, you know, it's
So
just like,
says any flicks of your pieces back in the day?
no, um,
Yeah, I think we touched on that earlier too.
a lot of it got buffed.
Yeah,
Um,
shit.
there was one that me and my boy Baldy, Balde, did, and a crew that we were starting called 2N, where and it was we did this big ass 2N on the side of this one wall, right behind a Pat's restaurant at like 11 o'clock at night or something like that, and we just banged the whole thing out. I don't know if it's still there. I'm not gonna drop where it is.
Yeah, yeah. Don't.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's still riding, but that was
Word.
like really one of the last ones I did. Um, Actually, no, there was a wall I did this is funny, and I know Merce is gonna, not let this go. He's gonna mock me relentlessly. They all do. Um, we had just done this 2N, which is Second Nature, was the name of the crew, and we just big ass block 2N, and as we are dipping to go back onto the sidewalk, I didn't see where I stepped, so it looked like it was just all grass and everything. There was a hole. Stepped
Oh,
in and fucking sprained my ankle.
oh, dude, that fucking sucks, dude.
Hitting the crack, my top five riders. Chain three,
It,
100%.
are these in order or no specific order?
Well, chain three is always number one. He's the one person who's like inspires me the most. Then Totem two, um, Cover ones, and my boy Bolt Styles, and probably Sass.
There you go.
Those, yeah, because they all have like different kind of styles. They can do characters, but like Sess and some of those guys do like the old school style pieces and everything, and I love that. And I love old school, graffiti and everything. So kind of brings me back to like when I first saw like 12-ounce Profit, and I first saw like Beat Street and Style Wars, Wild Style, and all of those. Kind of brings me back. So I love it. And Surf, gotta say Surf too.
Oh shit, there you go. Yeah, dude. If you guys don't know about me, man, I used to b-boy back in the day and shit. So I grew up with the whole, underground hip hop, Four Elements. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, me too.
mainly I was a b-boy, and then I'm like, oh, I know how to fucking draw. I'm like, oh, let me get into graph. So that's where my shit began. But um, so it's like, yeah. I know all about that, man. One of my craziest stories, like for me, would be, it was me, my brother, and another one of my guys. We went out, we went out, parked the car. We're doing our thing. On the way back, dude, my brother had just bought some brand new fucking Chucks, dude, high tops and shit. Tell me why this motherfucker steps on a big ass pile of shit. That shit looked like it came out of Jurassic Park. It was like in between the rails. So I'm guessing
Oh,
these
bum shit.
these were like the droppings from like, all the animals that they move and shit. So this guy's
Hmm.
foot literally just went right in the middle. I was like, oh, dude, you ain't getting in my car with that shit.
Yeah. Um, I have one story. It's not graph related, but it's crazy as fuck. Um, I was with some dudes at a party on Loxahatchee. Like, oh God, I had to be like 21, 22 at this point. You know, actually, I think I was 20, so it's just like out of school the year before. Um, and everything was going good. You know what I'm saying? We're all getting fucked up and having a huge bonfire and all been drinking and smoking. And um, all of a sudden, one of the dudes I used to hang out with, he's like built like a brick shit house. I mean, he's like 5'8", 200 something pounds of muscle. Like this
Oh
dude
shit.
was just like the scariest dude to piss off, you know. Uh, but he could also be like real rational, calm, and just one of the most loyal people you could ever meet, you know. And it really took a lot for him to get mad. He ends up getting into it with this kid, and he like we had to stop him from tearing this kid's head off.
Oh shit.
And
That's funny.
turns out that one of the girls who was like passed out in one of the rooms, uh, he had tried to take advantage of her, I guess. That's what happened. And once they chucked him out of the party, got him his ass out there quick. Um, I found a lighter. Turned out it was his. It was like his favorite lighter. I fucking chucked that bitch in the bonfire.
Ah,
He never got that shit back. Somebody smashed his phone. He left that there too. And somebody like on the corner of the railing and started hitting his phone
Yeah,
and
man.
everything, and he never got that back.
Wow.
I think they chucked it in the canal. I
Well,
never saw
sucks to be him.
I never saw that kid again. I don't know like if he moved or what the hell happened, but yeah, I never saw that kid after that. And after all this shit was done, we all just started getting back slowly back into party mode and started drinking. Everybody started kind of relaxing again, talking about it. But then, just get
Yeah.
fucked up and the topic switches. People start, hooking up and shit. So it was fun. It
Yeah,
was
and
crazy.
cool, man. Yeah, we got about 4 minutes left. Seth says, it would be dope to get Kev on here. I've actually have talked to him, and yeah, there's plans. He was busy the first time around. I asked him, but I'll definitely go ahead and ask him again, dude. Kev, if you're still here, dude, fucking, let's talk again and set something up for this month coming up. So, yeah, I trust me, ahead of y'all, all way ahead of y'all guys. But as you said, you used to deal with the four elements, man. You ever get into anything else besides writing?
B-boying for a while.
Yeah, dope.
So doing that, and then I was going into a suicide, the front flip when
Oh
you
shit,
land
yeah.
on, and I hit my back wrong, and I
Oh,
hurt it, and um, since like my back's in really bad shape right now, so I can't do that anymore. Also I'm older, not as flexible as I used to be,
yeah, word.
but I still love it. Still love seeing it.
Sick,
You
right?
know,
Where it's come from and shit, and how it's evolved now. It's these guys are fucking flying through the air now. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's
oh, dude, I've been seeing power move combinations I didn't think was even possible.
yep. So am I. So have I. Cool guys. Well, that's pretty much it, man. 2 minutes left, dude. Any tips for newcomers getting into the scene? You know what I'm saying?
All right, just study graffiti, study throwies, study hand styles, and work on your hand styles first. Then once your hand styles start looking good, start working and building your throwies around your letters, you know. And with your tags, just draw it like 100 times, Your throwies, just keep practicing, 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 and that would come into doing like pieces and everything, and then you start working into that and working from there. Don't go too crazy too fast. Like you said, don't run before you walk, before you crawl.
There you go.
Um, you know,
Hashtag run before you crawl.
um, it's just like know who the old school heads are. Don't
Yeah,
be scared to ask people things. If you meet writers, ask them things. Most of the time that they'll give you tips. And if you're a good person, you're a good person, a positive person. They'll want to help you out, and then you can just go from there, build from there. You
yeah.
know, don't go over who you can't burn. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Wise fucking words, man.
don't go writing on churches. Well, this is like for me. Don't write on churches, police stations, fire department, people's houses. You know, graveyards, that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But everything
Yeah,
else is
yeah.
fair fucking game. You get caught, don't say a word. Um, and develop the game. Learn your history, study your history, because you're gonna learn so much by doing that. And don't just be like a mumble rapper. Try to get in and just start doing things. Um, when people are gonna ask you about like, oh, um, who inspired you? And they can't come up with somebody. You're a toy. You know.
Cool. Yeah, word. Well, fuck it. Thank you. Thank you very much. 30 seconds left. Thanks again to Charskeoner. Fucking awesome interview. Make sure you guys go check him out. Follow if you guys ain't following. Also, go to Monsters of Art Clan. The guys were doing a big 16 artist versus artist battle. My piece is today, so go check it out. Monsters Art Clan and go vote for yours truly. Also, make sure you guys are catching all the episodes on my YouTube channel, Chatting with Zim. And stay tuned this week where we'll have Charskeoner on there as well, man. Thanks again, Charske.
Yeah, man.